Hello everyone, I'm ilhuicamina from Sons of KS Latam. We are here with Mike's from One Called the Thieves. And thank you very much for this interview and sorry for your loss.
Yep, thank you.
My first question is about the preparation that the team took after beginning the quarterfinals in the lock-in. How was and like the screams or the team change?
So we tried a few things out at Lock-In because in the grand scheme of the year, this regular season split in Tokyo and champs are the biggest factors for the entire year for success. So obviously if you do well regular season, then Tokyo, you pretty much secure champs. So we tried some role swaps at Lock-In, and then when we came back, obviously things will look a little bit different comp-wise for us, as you saw today. I think roles are really good right now. I think it's just a little more of like the late round scenarios that we're working on. But yeah, I think we obviously at walk into we were banning Ascent every time, and then we played it today and played it pretty close. So just rearranging some things here and there, and just making sure we're comfortable, and then working on everything that we can every day.
Thank you. And as a coach, I would like to know what do you think about this tournament format and how it helps to level of competitive in America.
Yeah, so obviously when you're at a tournament, and you're just playing the series like day after day or a little bit of a gap, it's not as much prep time. You don't really get to practice new things before each week. Whereas with this format, which I really like, you actually get to have the ability to change comps within a week, talk a lot about how you're going to prep for a team, how you're going to set up your maps during that week to practice for it. Just little things like changing pistol rounds, gun rounds, how you're going to start the flow of the game week to week is pretty important. So I think it's a really good format and really levels up the competition.
Okay. And my next question is about the third match and the last point. What happened so that it could take the last point?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Okay, sorry. My next question is about the third game and in the last point. What happened to so
Oh, yeah.
that could take the last point?
Yep. So obviously, like these first few weeks, you don't really have a lot of VODs on what a team's doing. So going in, we didn't really know too much. We kind of had our thoughts on because there was like some rumors in the community and reporters were talking about it, like role swaps and stuff. So we were prepared for that, obviously. And then in the game, Fractured defense, we had a lot of opportunities to close it out. They had the string of rounds where they had like Killjoy ult, Brim ult, so when they have ults up like that and they had a good plan and we were just kind of giving up a lot of map control, they took advantage of that, played post plants really well, so um, we had our opportunity to get back into the game on Fracture and didn't pull through. Split also kind of close, pulled through with those opportunities more so, and Ascent was the same thing. We had about 2 or 3 rounds that I felt like we had the right setup. We were in the right spots to counter um, their execs on attack, and we were set up on the right site, and things didn't go our way. So we had our opportunities to close out both maps that we lost, but we didn't achieve that, obviously.
Okay, and after this loss, is there any kind of training or method to handle the pressure when they lost? Like in this week, they're gonna have a special preparation.
I mean, we have a lot of time to prepare for our next match. I think the main thing is just being honest with ourselves about what went wrong, and we'll have plenty of time to review that, talk about any changes we want to make across the board, things that we want to focus on. And I'm not too concerned because we've been here in this kind of similar spot like a year ago when we were in LCQ, stuff like that. Sometimes matches don't go your way, so there's plenty of stuff that we can clean up and um, also for this regular season, it's more of a duration thing. It's not a sprint. Obviously, any teams could start off a little bit rough these first few weeks and then turn it around and be at the top of their league. So I don't think results based off of the first week are too telling of how the league is going to turn out.
Okay, and what will be a challenge for you in this tournament?
will it be a challenge for us?
Yeah, as a coach for you.
Um, I think the main thing is trying to be honest with yourself as much as possible about when you need to change things. I think it's really easy if you're winning or if things are going well that you don't change enough. But I think stuff like, again, I mentioned earlier, changing your round types, changing your comps even is really strong in this field of competition. So that's something that we'll have to look for. And then again, just being honest with ourselves about mistakes being made and correcting those going forward.
Okay, thank you very much. And that was the last question. And I hope they win the next match.
Okay, thank you.
To you.